Hello and welcome to Casual Leaves. As the title of the video suggests, I went out for a couple of days and I have just entered the home. It's been 4 days, and of course, no one has watered the plants. I watered them before I left, and I can see a few updates as soon as I enter. I do see some damage, but I just want to do this video to cover how tropical rare houseplants survive when not in anyone's care and attention. So I watered them before I left, and I made sure that all the plants were moist enough, the soil was moist enough, they were watered properly. And as I enter, I see some of the leaves have sort of drooped, some of the leaves are doing fine. There are some new leaves which have unfurled, and some leaves, of course, have bleached out. My regular grow lights are not timed, which means they have to be manually turned on. So I use the pink grow lights, which can be left with a timer. So every day they were on for 12 hours, they would automatically turn on their own. The most damage I see is on my holiday cactus. The leaves have gone paper thin and they've wilted. Anyway, I am going to get to watering immediately. I'm doing this in 2 batches. I've got all my plants in the sink and I am just gonna assess them, and I'm just gonna start watering them and see how much can I salvage the situation, and at the same time, of course, notice what could be wrong with the plants. Here is set 2 of all my plants. This is the second round of all the plants that I've gotten into the sink. That's the Monstera Peru. It's doing fine. It's got a new leaf which is unfurled beautifully. That's Maranta, after I fixed it in my last video, which you would have seen. There's a new leaf on Black Velvet which has unfurled. Rest of the plants are doing okay, they're fine. There's a new leaf coming on my Alocasia Red Secret Alocasia cuprea, and I'm just gonna begin watering this batch of plants as well. I am also adding my plant food, which is the NPK 20-20-20 fertilizer that I use. I dilute it quite a lot, and of course I think all the plants right now need this because they haven't been taken care of in the last 4 days. So I'm just gonna add that. Coming to another most important part of returning from travel is to just clean everything. There's been a lot of dust from the plants which has collected, and it's very important that I clean it up. Also, because I've moved all the plants after so long into the other area, which is in the kitchen for watering, it's a good time for me to clean up. Interestingly, I have noticed that the plants sort of come to know if you're not looking after them. What I mean to say is they do get to know when you're paying attention to them. They behave very differently. And now, while we were gone away and there was no one to look after them, they did behave differently. You could feel that they felt isolated and they felt the absence of us. And now that I'm back and I can touch them, I can take care of them, I can move them around, they've automatically perked up, and just, of course, I've watered them, but I think plants can sense whether they're getting attention or not, which is quite interesting. So that's how the plants are looking now. There's a huge difference from the time I entered home right from the airport, how they were and how they are now after me watering them, cleaning them, spraying them, feeding them. They look quite well now, and I'm really glad that they survived. They could make it for 4 days, so I'm really happy to see that these tropical rare plants can do well for a couple of days. Thank you so much for watching this update, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.